Hey everybody, Kaitlin Rose here from Bring Birth Home, and welcome to video number 3 in the Bring Birth Home Frequently Asked Questions video series. I have just asked the Bring Birth Home community on Facebook what their number one question was for themselves, or a question that they were asked when they were planning or considering on planning their home birth. And a large amount of people, a high percentage of the number one question, I would say, would be, what if something goes wrong? And that's a very viable, understandable question, both for the mother and the partner, but also for family and friends. What if something goes wrong at a home birth? You're not at the hospital, you don't have immediate access to emergency care. What if the baby's in a wrong position? What if your pelvis is too small? And what if you need that C-section? Or what if labor isn't progressing? What if mom gets too tired? There's a whole slew of what ifs. What if there's too much postpartum bleeding? What happens in that situation? Well, it's a really good question, and in order to ease your own fears, and as well as your family and friends, the best thing that you can do is talk to your midwife and talk to her about these fears and these questions that you have about birth. And most likely she will be able to ease your fears, and I would go ahead and ask her these questions right away, especially, in the first or the second interview, because you want to know how well prepared she is going to be in the event that something does go wrong, or action needs to be taken to get you to transfer to the hospital. Chances are she is going to be more than well prepared, more than you would know, because she has experience and she has the background to back her up. And she knows birth, and she knows labor, and she knows women, and of course there are always surprises. But when someone is really immersed in the birth world, especially the natural birth world, and is seeing all different kinds of natural labors at home all the time, like midwives, home birth midwives do, they know what to look for, and they know what they're seeing, they know what's happening better than the laboring woman does, or right alongside her if maybe the mother feels like something isn't quite right. So midwives are experienced and trained to see problems before they occur, just like a doctor might. But in my opinion, a home birth midwife is going to see these things come up a lot faster than maybe a doctor or a nurse would in the hospital, because they're watching you the entire time that you're in labor. They are there, present with you in each moment, with each contraction. They're not walking in and out the door checking on you every 30 minutes. There's no shift changes. There's no OB or even midwife on call that doesn't know you and your history and your background, hasn't talked to you about certain coping mechanisms that might work better for you or to get you moving on into that next stage of labor. So that's a huge plus right there, is your midwife is watching you at all times. She's there with you, she's very present, and she's got that experience to back her up of home births, natural occurring births all the time. The other thing is midwives bring equipment with them. They bring oxygen, they bring equipment to stitch up tears, they may bring Pitocin. If there is some heavy postpartum bleeding, they can give you a shot of Pitocin right then and there. They come equipped with equipment. But that is a question that you'd want to ask when you're doing that interview, is what kind of equipment do you bring to my birth? Some other questions I think that you might want to be asking your midwife, since we're talking about this, and I have them in the Bring Birth Home newsletter. Are you certified? Are you a certified nurse midwife or professional midwife? If you're unavailable during labor, do you have a backup? Do you work with a doctor? Can I meet that doctor? Could I meet your backup? What is your fee? Do you accept insurance? At what point do you join me during labor? Do you allow family, friends, and a doula to be present during labor and birth? Do you encourage movement and positioning during labor? What is your transfer rate, your C-section rate, And if the mom has concerns handling pain, how are you going to help her cope? How will she help you cope? These are some good questions to ask. So when it comes to what if something might go wrong, I think we got you covered there. And those are some other questions that you might want to be asking during your interview. And I hope this video really helps. And so we'll see you in the next round. Video 4 is coming up soon. As soon as I get my home birth supplies, I'm going to lay them all out for you and show you what kind of home birth supplies you're going to need for your home birth. I'm Kaitlin Rose with Bring Birth Home. See you guys later.